Have you ever wondered who was actually behind the fiat money system? It turns out that the founder of fiat money was actually a Scottish gambler. Yes, the money that you use today, even yesterday and tomorrow. How in the world is that possible? Well, you are going to find out in this video. Let's just dive in. John Law, born on April 21, 1671, in Edinburgh, was the son of a wealthy Scottish family. His father, William Law, was a successful goldsmith and banker who gave his son a comfortable and financially secure upbringing. Despite being born with a silver spoon in his mouth, Law's early life was not without difficulties. When Law was still a teenager, his father passed away, bringing an abrupt end to his carefree days. He was suddenly responsible for managing the family's substantial wealth, a daunting task for a young man. His mother, Janet Law, became a guiding figure during these challenging years, providing him with the necessary support and teaching him the ins and outs of managing wealth. John Law's educational path was typical for a young man from a wealthy family. However, his rebellious nature soon led him down a different path. In his early 20s, he moved to London, where he became enthralled with gambling. This reckless behavior resulted in him losing a significant portion of his inheritance at the city's gaming tables. During this period, Law developed an interest in the mathematical principles behind games of chance. He studied probability theory extensively, laying the groundwork for his future financial innovations. In a shocking turn of events in 1694, Law found himself involved in a duel with Edward Wilson over a romantic dispute. The duel ended in tragedy when Law killed Wilson, leading to his arrest and subsequent death sentence. Law managed to escape from prison and fled to Amsterdam, marking the beginning of his life as a wanderer, moving from one European city to another. As John Law traveled across Europe, he refined his ideas about money and economics. His theories were groundbreaking for his era. One of his core beliefs was that the scarcity of money was a fundamental obstacle hindering economic growth. He argued that a stable and abundant supply of money, backed by tangible assets like land, could stimulate economic growth and stability. Law believed that the value of money should not be tied solely to precious metals. He thought these were subject to supply constraints and unpredictable market fluctuations, making them unreliable as a standard for money. In 1705, Law published his first major work on economics, a significant treatise titled Money and Trade Considered, with a proposal for supplying the nation with money. In this work, he proposed a vision for a paper currency system backed by land. According to Law, such a system would offer a more flexible and reliable medium of exchange than traditional gold or silver standards. However, despite the innovative nature of Law's ideas, they did not gain widespread acceptance in Scotland or England, as they were seen as being too advanced for their time. After facing rejection in Scotland, Law decided to relocate to France, where the economy was in shambles. A severe famine in 1709 had left the nation in a desperate state, and the government was struggling under a massive debt. France's economic woes were compounded by outdated fiscal policies, including numerous taxes and a coinage system plagued by rampant devaluation and tampering. Law saw France's predicament as a chance to implement his innovative ideas. He proposed that France's economic troubles stemmed from the lack of a reliable money supply. He suggested establishing a national bank that would issue paper money, thereby facilitating trade and providing credit to stimulate economic activity. In 1716, with the support of Philippe II, John Law established the Banque Générale. This private bank, modeled after the Bank of England, was granted the authority to issue paper money backed by deposits. Despite initial skepticism and sabotage attempts by competitors, the bank gained popularity over time. This success was largely due to the regent's patronage and Law's innovative banking practices. Law's bank offered a variety of services at little or no cost, which drew a large number of customers and upset his competitors. In one notable incident, rival bankers joined forces. pooling their funds and demanding immediate withdrawal in an attempt to cause a run on Law's bank. However, Law secured a government loan to cover the demand, and a public display of royal support further boosted the bank's credibility. Encouraged by the success of the Banque Générale, John Law proposed an even more ambitious plan: the creation of the Mississippi Company. Established in 1717, this company was granted exclusive trading rights for French territories in North America, including the vast region known as Louisiana. Law structured the Mississippi Company as a joint stock company, selling shares to the public and using the proceeds to buy up government debt. This arrangement linked the fortunes of the Mississippi Company with France's national debt and tax collection system. Investors could pay for their shares with government bonds, which Law accepted at face value despite their devalued market price. This move effectively converted public debt into private equity, aligning the interests of the state and the company. The Mississippi Company rapidly became the focal point of a massive speculative bubble. The price of shares skyrocketed as investors, lured by the promise of untold wealth from the New World, rushed to buy in. Law's financial strategies and the availability of easy credit fueled this investment frenzy. Loans were readily available at low interest rates, and shares of the Mississippi Company could even be used as collateral. By mid-1719, Paris was gripped by a speculative mania. The value of Mississippi Company shares skyrocketed, creating immense paper fortunes and drawing participants from all levels of society. The term millionaire emerged during this period to describe individuals who had become fabulously wealthy through their investments in the company. The speculative bubble burst in early 1720, causing widespread financial turmoil. Law's efforts to restore confidence, including outlawing the ownership and export of gold and silver, and staging public burnings of banknotes, only worsened the situation. The value of Mississippi Company shares plummeted, plunging the French economy into chaos. As the crisis worsened, Law's enemies took advantage of the situation to undermine him. By May 1720, Law was forced to resign as Comptroller General of Finances. The collapse of the Mississippi Company and the ensuing economic disaster left thousands of investors impoverished and led to social unrest across France. Law fled France in December 1720, narrowly avoiding public wrath. Despite rumors that he had absconded with vast sums of money, Law left France with empty pockets. His remaining coins were confiscated at the border, an ironic twist given his role in outlawing the export of precious metals. John Law, once a prominent figure, spent the remainder of his life in a state of decline, wandering through Europe with limited means. Having lost his fortune and influence, he was reduced to a state of near poverty. Despite the difficult circumstances, he never lost his taste for gambling, continuing to play in the hopes of a change in fortune. In an attempt to reclaim some aspect of his previous life, Law even worked as a spy for the British government. However, his efforts were unsuccessful, and he never managed to regain his former influence or wealth. Tragically, his life was cut short by a bout of pneumonia. He died in the beautiful city of Venice in 1729, at the relatively young age of 57, bringing an end to a life that had once been filled with influence and wealth. Comment your thought about this story. If you like video like this, don't forget to support us by hitting subscribe. Hit the like button if you like this video. Hit the unlike if you don't. See you in the next video.